Hi, today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and I'm going to talk about the energy of the day first. But just so you know, the energies can change throughout the day, and they do, they're changing all the time. So this morning I was feeling this push of excitement towards this new world that we're entering. And this has to do with the Course in Miracles, which is something that I read. And anybody on this path with me, whether you did the Course in Miracles or not, there's a path that some of us are on where we're really leaving some stuff behind. We've had this tower moment, and we made a decision to move forward into this new way of being, which required us to leave a lot of stuff behind. And so if you're on this path with me, however you got here, we are now at this point where, and this is what I was feeling this morning, this energy of excitement for the new, what's coming, and then a little bit of fear and pushback. So it was almost like we're between the two worlds, but we're starting to enter this new world. And it's this whole new way of being, where you have to learn how to be in your heart and let your spirit lead and not your thoughts in your head. So it's a process, and some days you get it better than others. What I have found that helps is to create some kind of new routine. And if your whole life has changed, like mine, it helps in a way because everything's new and everything's changed. But it's also a lot to deal with because you still have a lot of stuff that you have to let go of. And so I spent yesterday looking at all of the stuff that I had to decide, is this something that I want to hold on to in my new journey going forward? Or is it something that I need to let go of? It's just holding me back and holding me down. Do I want to take this with me? Who do I want to take with me in this new phase of my life, which is really heaven on earth? And I just read A Course in Miracles, lesson 189, and that's what it was all about. Okay, so that leads me to the second energy that I felt coming in today, which is just this peace and stillness. We've asked God to enter our lives, and when we can be in that stillness, we allow God to enter. But we have to take a pause and recognize and honor and be receptive and know that God is coming in, and it's going to be an entirely new way of being in spirit on this earth, being God on this earth. That's what we're doing. Okay, so let's see what energies are coming from. As part of this, since the last reading, I'm doing the Light Seers Tarot, and I'm doing that one first because I'm really practicing doing things differently. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll do the Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm doing it backwards from the way that I did it before, just to see if that helps. So there was a busy energy this morning, a darkness, and a desire for clarity. And in order to find that clarity, we need to come into stillness, and that's where God meets us. So there's some questions that we need to ask ourselves, which I was just doing and just talking about, which is, who do you want on this journey with you? And what else, and what do you want to bring along with you? What are the daily activities that you want to bring along? What are the personal items that are important to you? What jobs do you want to take with you? What jobs do you want to leave behind? What responsibilities do you want to take with you? And what responsibilities do you want to leave behind? And then just coming into stillness. Resetting. You're really resetting. But when I heard that Pluto is in retrograde, and so it's bringing up some shadow. That it's like the last, I think that's what I was talking about earlier, the excitement to move forward, but there's still a little bit of shadow that we need to look at. That's what it is, the shadow. So we each have a little bit of shadow left to look at. And I was listening to, I think her name is Willow Grace. She's an astrologer, and she does, she was doing the astrology for all the different signs. And I have an Aquarius rising, and I was told to look at that one. And it was all about identity, like a new identity. And because it was really like stepping into who I really, like the biggest part of me, stepping into that. I think I call it my goddess self. And what that meant to me in the past, the shadow part, was that meant that I wasn't going to belong and I wasn't going to be understood. And so that was really, it's really hard for me to step into because it makes me feel isolated from other people. But in this new stage of my journey, I'm finding the people that resonate with me, the people that do understand me and love me and get me and appreciate me. So stepping into that part, although it was risky in the past, and actually it's not a part, I think it's my whole self. If you do any IFS or know any IFS, it's stepping into self with a capital S. Then the same thing isn't going to happen this time. Bringing it out into the shadow, bringing it out of the shadows into the light. That's what I'm doing. And so for you, what is it that you have in shadow right now? Let's see if the cards are going to give us that. What do you have in shadow right now that you need to look at? I was just thinking of that Capital One commercial. What's in your wallet? What's in your shadow? So before I did this reading, I pulled a card. I was asking, like, what is it that humanity is dealing with right now? And I pulled a card from the Carolyn Mace deck, the archetype cards from Carolyn Mace. And what I pulled was Midas and the Miser. And I think that's pretty right on, because it's all about lack. If we live in this world where we feel like there's a lack of things, like we can't get our needs met because there's scarcity. It's scarcity mindset. Okay, I was trying to find that word. Scarcity mindset. So that's what we're dealing with right now. That's in our shadow. If we really believe that there's not enough and that only some people get their needs met, only the richest of the rich get their needs met, and there's not enough for everybody, and we have this limited pool, then we're going to create what we're creating now. But if we believe that we are abundance, we are God, and we can continuously create, and there is no lack or scarcity, it's only a mindset. So if we realize that, then we can bring that out into the light. Like mine was, there was not enough love for me. but there is enough. I just needed to find people that have learned to love themselves fully, because then they can love me, because they can see themselves in me. The people that I think have trouble loving me are people that have trouble loving their own imperfection and vulnerability. And probably other stuff too. But whatever it is that you're seeing in other people that you have trouble loving is something there in yourself that you're also having trouble loving or understanding or integrating. One of my favorite songs growing up, because this was I call this my attachment song. It was my attachment trauma. Was a song called "What About Me" by Moving Pictures. You should look it up. It's a great song, and it's just really all about that scarcity mindset of like, there's not enough, and I'm not getting any. I'm not getting my needs met. But we really need to look inside ourselves for that. What is it that you're not getting enough of? Are you not getting valued enough? Are you not getting appreciated enough? Are you not getting loved enough? You have to learn to give it to yourself first. And I know people are like, oh, I've been told this my whole life. I do that. I do that. You're not doing it fully if you're feeling that way still. And trust me, I was one of those people like, I'm doing that. When's somebody going to show up for me? There's levels. Okay, I got the moon. And that's funny because today one of my friends on Facebook sent me a thing that we have to get comfortable with the unknown. It's true. We have to get comfortable with the unknown. We fall back because we're scared. We fall back into these old patterns of, you know, that they feel safe to us. But they're not going to be there soon because we're being pushed forward. And those things that you thought were safe and you thought they were real, you're going to start seeing them as illusion now. I think that's also what this is saying. This is, and I want to get that actually from the cards because I think there's something there about illusion too. It's the unknown. I always think of it as the unknown, but I think it's also, it has something about illusion. Yeah, the first thing it says here is illusions, hidden truths, the unknown. Trusting your intuition, facing your fears, the watery nature of the unconscious mind, mystery, symbolism, and metaphor, perception, uncertainty, dreams. I am safe, and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. Okay, wow, that's pretty powerful. That's so right on. And I think what I said, what's in your wallet? Like, it's also like, what's in your back pocket? Like, what are your resources? What have you gotten from all the traumas in your life? What are your gifts? Because you have what it takes to take you where you want to go. Illusion. So I was faced with the illusion of I have to be there for everybody else and nobody's going to be there for me. When that really came up in my face, and it came up in my face in many different ways, it was like I was really being asked, is this really what you believe? Is this really what you want? And it was like the clash between I deserve to be happy, that pushed that excitement forward, and that belief that was holding me back, which was I have to be there for everybody else and nobody's going to be there for me. So you're going to be faced with all of the ways that your beliefs are being blocked by other beliefs that you've acquired in your life. They're not really true, they're illusion. Because you do deserve to be happy, and God wants you to be happy. I said that to God too at that point. I'm like, God, this can't be real, right? Because I know there is a deeper knowing in you that knows that you're not, that you deserve to be happy. Well, I got the Seven of Swords and the World. And I did shuffle these because I got these same cards before, and I made sure I shuffled them really well so that we weren't getting a lot of the same cards. But we had the Seven of Swords the other day, just maybe yesterday or the day before. I think it was no, I didn't read on the weekend, so. Seven of Swords. I think it has to do with that scarcity mindset again. It's funny because I started off a different reading with the archetype card of the miser, but then I erased that one because I don't remember why I erased that one, but it's probably, I should have started out with it because it's coming up here all over the place. Deception or betrayal, taking only what's needed. Oh my God. So only what's needed, which is what I was talking about in the beginning. Okay, we're entering this new life. This is going to be heaven on earth for some of us. Some of us are still stuck and we haven't done what we needed to do to get to this next stage. But you have choices. You're always going to be presented with choices, and God's always going to keep trying to get you on your path. So don't think that the door's closed. It's never closed. You're gonna just keep getting pushed. The universe bearing witness to true intentions, getting away with, so it's the universe bearing witness to true intentions. The universe sees your true intentions, and it's going to give you everything that's in your way right now and show you how it's in your way. How if you believe this, then this other belief doesn't fit here. So really look at that and decide whether you want to keep that or you can let it go. And we can do that with our belongings too. We can do that with physical objects to help us. Like, okay, there could be a lot of things in our environment that are weighing us down, that are just heavy and we don't need them anymore. So let them go. It helps clear your mind when you clear your space. Let me see if there's anything else here. Being grateful for the resources you have, moving silently and quickly. So the shadow side is lying to yourself or to others, a need for perspective, honesty, secrets, something stolen, taking more than your fair share, being held back by imposter syndrome. Okay, so I think it's that taking more than your fair share because you feel like there's not enough, or you have to steal because there's not enough. Or lying to yourself about things. And that need for honesty, that's been coming up in me lately too. I'm more in the flow now. So things, when you get in the flow, everything just makes sense. It just aligns and you start getting more and more synchronicities. Like everything just flows. So that being honest with yourself is really, I started a journal to really be honest with myself, because I'm a Pisces and we tend to idealize things, and we tend to only, well, this is what I do, tend to only see the good in things and then overlook the bad, and then get ourselves in trouble because there's a gut feeling of, oh, I don't know if I can trust this person or this situation, seeing something else there, seeing their shadow coming up and saying, I don't know if I can trust this, but then only seeing the good in them and just saying, oh, I see good in them. They're a good person, and I'm going to do this. You can see good in somebody and also see that they're wrestling with their shadow, and you don't need to put yourself in that space. So you can believe and think all good things of other people, and that's great. But then also be able to see that they're dealing with some shadow right now, so it might not be safe to put yourself in their web. just protect yourself, protect your energy. Really be honest with yourself about what you see and feel. Okay. And where do you want to put your energy? And where are the places that are just robbing you of energy and holding you down and holding you back? You can love people and let them go. It's really hard to do, but it's what you need to do right now. And when you do that, you can lift people up from a higher place. You can't lift them up when they're weighing you down and you're stuck down there with them. You can't lift anybody from that place. Okay, the world is what we got next. Completion. You completed a cycle. You can let this go. You're done with that. You learned your lessons. Joy, wholeness, achievement, happy endings, abundance, success, new levels of consciousness, literally traveling the world. So we're entering a new level of consciousness where we realize that we can create heaven here on earth by clearing out anything that's not love. And I've been doing that using the Course in Miracles. When you love others too much and you don't love yourself enough, it creates resentment, and that's not love. So if you can find that balance between loving yourself and loving another, then you can just be in love and live in love. Okay. So that requires you being really honest with yourself. What feeds your soul and what robs your soul of energy and life? And that's a really hard question sometimes, because sometimes there's people that are holding you back and robbing your soul of love and light. And they may be people that you really love. Okay, I'm just getting wisdom of the oracle cards for the moon, the Seven of Swords, and the world. This is the Seven of Swords. And the moon. See the moon and the two wolves. And I remember my cousin had told me that story of the which wolf do you feed? The wolf of fear or the wolf of love? That's not the whole story. I actually forget the story. I just remember the point of it. Which wolf do you want to feed? Which story do you want to feed? Do you want to start a new story? Do you want to create a new story? Or do you want to keep living this old story of lack and scarcity and having to attack each other in order to protect yourself? You don't have to attack. It's when you attack that you're more vulnerable, that you're vulnerable to attack. That's what the Course in Miracles teaches. Okay, what do we have for the moon? What is the moon trying to tell us? Okay. Higher power. It's telling us to turn to our higher power, that our higher power, God, is there for us. Oh, I need to put it together with the moon because it's the illusion. It's telling us that this is just illusion. And it's telling you that you're safe and you can surrender to the will of the universe and to God. And the question for this one is, what is in the highest good for all, and how can I serve? And for the Seven of Swords, what can help us with the Seven of Swords? Okay. Chaos and conflict. And this was upside down. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I know what this one is. It's basically about how the chaos and conflict leads us into what is real. And that's what I was talking about kind of at the beginning, how I had all these lessons that came to me that really like showed me, like, because I was like, God, this can't be real. This can't be right. And so then I was able to let it go and enter into this place where, okay, if this isn't real, then what is real? Okay, disarray, being at cross purposes with another. Like, so that those beliefs were cross purposes. The tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. So we're in this world of chaos now, and it's saying to us, seriously, is this really how we think it is? And actually that thought is what led to the Course in Miracles being written down or channeled. It was the people that wrote that were like, there has to be more than this. This can't be real. Like, this can't be the way it is. So those questions are going to lead you forward to what is real. That conflict and chaos. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well as you become unmoored by it. Scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Oh my God, this is what I've been saying from the whole beginning of this. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at cross purposes with someone else or your own internal beliefs, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes, and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. And that one came out upside down, so I'm going to read the protection message. This is an advantageous moment to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation. Even in the seeming chaos, negotiation means a different way of looking at things, negotiating your needs, negotiating what you want in your life. Even in the seeming chaos, there is a kind of divine order, a complete resorting of elements. I was telling you how I just moved into a new house and everything needs to go in a different place. It's like, but it helps you really see, like, do I need this? Do I need this? Do I want to take this with me? Is it just weighing me down? Is it bringing me joy? This is powerful. If your intention is to find the best solution for the highest good of all, there is positive news. The timing is perfect. Things are already stirred up, so don't be afraid to jump into the mix. You'll discover everything you need to know about how this situation affects you long term. Be present in the eye of the chaos. This moment is valuable. Don't waste it. Okay, so it is about that. What are you going to take with you? And what do you want to leave behind? Oh my God, I had another thought and I lost it. Shoot. Well, it will come back if I need it. Oh, come back. Okay. Oh, it was about like that needing to simplify, because life is so chaotic. There's so much coming at us right now. So it's that like wanting to simplify and needing to simplify, but in simplifying, and I think this is an energy that we're all feeling right now, it's life has gotten too complicated and it's too much. It's just too much. So how can we simplify what's really important and valuable to us? Being willing to let go of anything that's not. Okay, so this is under the world, and we got not for you, but we got it upside down. So it's recognizing what's not for us, what we want to leave behind, so we can enter this new world. Did I show you the world card? It's funny, I was seeing rainbows around my client this morning and light. I didn't tell her that. I probably should have. Okay, I'm reading from the wrong book. Not for you. What is not for you? A clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game, and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. Okay, so that's that feeling of, what about me? There's something that you're missing. If you're not receiving that, there's something that you're missing. And some sort of lesson that you need to learn. That's a scarcity mindset. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now because there's something deeper that you need. That indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a good, clearer idea of what is your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. So in letting go of these things that are not for you, you will receive what is for you. I know, because I had to do that. The protection message is don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable, no prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. Okay, I feel like I need to give a certain message, but I need to get it fully first. Like, I feel like that's definitely for somebody who's really having trouble letting go of someone or something. Okay, if you're waiting for something continuously and it hasn't been coming, and you've been waiting for it for a long time from a certain person, it's likely not coming. And I think you have to be willing to look at that. Are they capable of what you're looking for? That's really hard. You want that so badly, you're aching for it. And it's not available from that person. You need to look somewhere else. You need to look within first. And find that essence within yourself. Or perhaps you've already found it out there in the world. It's just not coming from the person you want it from. Be willing to let them go so you can receive what it is that you're looking for. Because it's there. You can be valued, you can be loved, you can be cherished. If that is what you're wanting, be willing to let go of that which is not for you. Be willing to let go of that which is not for you. I know how hard this is. I'm in the process of getting a divorce after 25 years of putting everything I had into that marriage. Everything I had. And I'm not a normal person. I put family constellations into that. I put internal family systems. I put emotionally focused couples therapy. I put everything. I'm a couples therapist. I put everything I had into that relationship. And I couldn't pump life into it. Really ask yourself, can you get what you need and you want in this relationship? Or have you been banging your head against the wall? It's time to stop and let it go. You can love somebody and let them go. It is love to let go. May you find the peace and love that you're looking for. And so it is.